Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time for my second potential Liverpool signing. Obviously, my last video got about a lot of good responses, so it was very good to see that one. Obviously, if you haven't seen that, then I will leave that in the description, and then you could basically watch this after that. Also, I've got my good friend Carl Levy to also give me an insight onto this player, as well as obviously he plays for Leeds United at the moment, as he is on loan from Brighton. And the man in question is Ben White. He is a 22-year-old central defender. He was born on the 8th of October 1997 in Poole, England. So good player. Now, obviously, his youth career, it's a bit mixed. It's a bit mixed, as we said. Youth career, he was at Southampton in 2012, and then he got released as a 16-year-old. So he was picked up as an 18-year-old at Brighton and Hove Albion, and obviously he was in their youth camp until 2016, and then obviously he began his senior career. And obviously, he made his debut in 2016 for Brighton, but obviously this would have been in the Championship. So obviously you would get that as well. So obviously he hasn't played very many games, but he's had a lot of loans, it has to be said. So obviously the 2017-2018 season, he was on loan at Newport County, and in fact, the Newport County move, he actually won the Player of the Year at Newport County. So that was something to be very proud of as well. And to be honest, he had a very good career at Newport County, a very good loan spell as well. Obviously, notable was obviously playing against Leeds United, the club he is at this moment in time. It was good to see him play. It was good to see him actually play against the likes of Leeds United, and obviously, he did very well against Harry Kane as well when Newport County played Spurs as well. Newport County were definitely the team of the FA Cup in that year, so he was very good then as well. And then obviously January 2019, he was on loan at Peterborough United. And then that was obviously until June 2019. And Peterborough, another good loan spell. He's getting good game time, and he's only going to get better, I think, is Ben White. He's only 22, probably a future England international for sure. And then obviously this season, he has been at Leeds United, and he has played 100% of their games. He has played 90 minutes in every single game this season, which is a testament to his fitness for sure. In fact, he's had 37 games, 0 goals, unfortunately, but he's had 2 assists. So that's something very good as well. He can also play defensive midfielder or right back, so that's another thing to think about with Liverpool. Obviously, centre back is his best attribute for sure. He's a very good ball playing centre back. He likes to get quick counter attacks from deep, and he's known as a ball playing centre back with good technical ability, and he was praised by his former manager Mike Flynn, who's at Newport, for his tough tackling style. White can also play as a defensive midfielder or as a right back, so there we go. White describes his own style as a cool, calm player. White is also known for his surging forwards, runs with the balls, helping create quick counter attacks from deep, and also his style of play has been compared to John Stones. Now I don't know if that's any good or anything. But the other thing is he has been compared to Rio Ferdinand, so that's another thing you could say for Ben White. Potential Liverpool signing, absolutely. Obviously, it would be another signing to obviously probably be one for one for the future, another one for the future for sure, and another example of very very good move because obviously Liverpool got Joe Gomez from Charlton Athletic. Look what's happened to him. He has now become first choice at Liverpool. So there you go. Ben White potentially could do that as well. So he could potentially be Virgil van Dijk's central defensive partner as well. So Ben White, positives, very good ball playing centre back. There's no doubt about it. Negatives, his height is a bit of a worry. He's only 6 foot, but they all do say that they do come in big sizes and small sizes, etc. So it's a very very good he's a very good defender, and it should be very interesting to see if he does make the move. He's got a big future ahead of him because obviously he signed a new contract at Brighton and Hove Albion before going to Leeds United, and especially Graham Potter said that he was going absolutely nowhere after the loan move to Leeds United. So Liverpool are obviously very very interested in him, but yeah, the heights could be a bit of an issue as well. And also he has never played in the Premier League either, so that would be another thing to be a bit concerned about. But Ben White is a fabulous defender, and I'm pretty sure he will probably be playing for a Premier League club at some point. Maybe that'd be Brighton, maybe that'd be Leeds United. Who knows? Who knows what happens with this season for sure? But it shall be very very interesting to see if he does become a Liverpool player. But Ben White is a very very good potential Liverpool signing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Ben White. Let me know if you think he'd be a very very good signing. And if he was to sign, then I think that would be the end of Dejan Lovren, and probably Sepp Vandenberg will probably go on loan as well. But yeah, this move kind of says to me that it is probably one for the future for me. So that's another thing to say. Market value, well, the last time I checked, he was worth 6.3 million. But that could potentially rise to 20 million because obviously he still has, I think he's got 2 or 3 years left on his current deal at Brighton, and obviously, you know, the inflated market, it's going to be very very interesting as well. But yeah, he's definitely got two 3 decisions: stay at Brighton, go to Leeds, or make the move to Liverpool. So there's no doubt about it that Ben White is definitely one of those players for sure that is a very very good move for sure. So we'll see what happens after this summer, and especially if the transfer window does go ahead. So Ben White, ladies and gentlemen, would you like him at Liverpool? For me, I think he's a very good ball playing centre back. I think it'd be very very good as well. Height would be a bit of an issue. Price as well, that would be a bit of an issue. But Ben White, very good ball playing centre back, and it's going to be very very interesting to see. So that is my side of things. I will now leave the Leeds United side of things to my good friend Carl Levy, because obviously he has seen Ben White in action this season, and he will tell me how I had a wee chat with him about Ben White. So take a wee look at this, and we shall see what happens. So yeah, here is my wee chat with Mr. Levy. Hello, I am joined by my good friend Carl Levy to give me a wee insight on potential Liverpool signing Ben White. Now, Carl, Ben White, he has been an ever-present in the Leeds team this season. Give me a wee insight into what he is like as a football player.
Do you know what? For him, he's been through a lot, Ben. While he was growing up, he was released from Southampton, went to the youth academy at Brighton, and you know, at Brighton, did well. He was one of those players that was a late developer, and I have to admit this one. When he went to some clubs, there was questions if he could play in the Championship. That's where Brighton wanted to think how he's going to do, you know, and there was questioning that one. But when Leeds got him for season on loan, it was an interesting run because Leeds have not bought a defender not since trying to replace Pontus Janssen, and we needed a cover. I have to say Ben White has been ever present. I think that partnership he's made has been very good. He not only can play defense, he not only can play in the centre back, he can play in the defence midfield. And there was a game against Huddersfield Town when Calvin Phillips was, I think he was suspended. Ben White had to step into that role, and Brady had to play in the middle with Cooper. Ben White controlled that game from that defense with what Bielsa plays. He's one of those really good defenders. I think because what he's gone through a lot, because I think he was at a League One team the season before. I think it was Newport. I think it was the season before, and there was questions about his development completely if he was going to be making as a player. Brighton did trust him. He did sign a new long-term contract with him before he came to Leeds, and he is that type of player that Bielsa likes. That strong defense who leads from there and plays on the floor, plays the ball on the floor. That's who he is, and Ben White knows what he does. And the partnership he's made with Lee Cooper this season has been tremendous. And there's been a lot of people play. There's been a lot of coaches want for him. Leeds has been interested trying to get him on a permanent deal if Leeds get promoted. So it's not surprised how much his stock has risen up since the start of start of this season, and where he's going. And like I said, not just Leeds, but a lot of clubs now at the moment are looking at him. So Brighton will have very hard to keep him. I think, like I said, Liverpool are interested. I think Liverpool will be good for him, not only for Leeds as well. But for what he's done this season, he's tremendous. The way he's how he's modeled himself. He had some bit of personal issues growing up because there was always sure he was going to be, if he can get to professional football, and there was so much things going on around, especially the release of Southampton was the big blow for him actually.
Yeah.
When about 5, 6, 7 years ago, when he was trying to get into the team, I think for himself it was a huge risk for him to move to Brighton. I think his family come to see him a lot of games at Ellen Road this season. They've really enjoyed how he's been looked after, how Bielsa's taken him under his wing. So I think it's been good for him to get some game time in the Championship, because that was interesting for Brighton if he can be a Premier League player by playing in the European Championship, because he was only playing for League One teams on loan that period. So yeah.
The one thing I've noticed is that he's been ever present in the Leeds team. He's played 90 minutes in every single game. I think that's a testament to him this season.
It's a big testament, because he did have a bit of injury issues when he was a youngster. There was a lot of things going on about that, if he can, with his development, and his injury was, but he's overcome that. He worked really hard, and I think him being under president with the under 23s at Brighton did help him so much under Chris Hughton at the time. Who I was looking after and such, and I think how Bielsa is really getting the best out of him for the whole every single game for 90 minutes has been tremendous, because there was questions about what if he gets injured, because we might not deal without him, but he has been very well. He's been very looked after. He's done well in the tactics of what Bielsa plays. He's first team training every day, and that's been a huge critical factor for him to become who he is now, a player that's been linked with multiple English clubs and top flight clubs as well.
Yeah, and it has to be said that, obviously he was released at the age of 16 to Southampton. But then obviously, Brighton picked him up again. And then obviously, he moved on to Newport County. He was Newport County sort of Player of the Year 2018, 2019.
Yeah, he was.
I do believe he picked up the Player of the Month award for August for Leeds United in August 2019.
He did, and that was a good thing when he went to Newport, and there was how did they win the FA Cup run. He played an integral part of that. For example, knocking out the Premier League teams. He played a big part of that. And that was a question one were thinking, if he can do well in League One, we need to make sure he does well in the Championship. And that was what he's developed, what he needed to do. And like I said, winning the player in the first month of joining us, he won the Player of the Month for August, which is a tremendous thing, because not a lot of players would do that on their debut month at the start of the season. So for him, being released at 16 Southampton was a blessing in disguise, because I was surprised if I let a player like that go, because you don't know how much talent he has, his potential. So
yeah. So obviously Liverpool have been linked with him. Obviously Leeds have been linked with him as well. Do you think going to Liverpool would be good for his career at this moment in time?
It's a mixture one. I would probably say not at this moment. I think he needs to test himself in the Premier League. That's his next target. If probably if Leeds do buy him, and I think we got an optional deal to try and negotiate for these 20 million from what we are hearing, I'm hearing from Phil Hay and the lesser Leeds sources. Then yes, he might be joint Leeds, but I would not be surprised to go to Liverpool. I think under Klopp he will develop into a good player along with a youngster player that will be potential. I will probably say as a parent to Van Dijk at some point in years to come. But I think he will be better at Leeds for the time being to join a club like that and then see where he goes from there if he can continue his potential where he goes. But I think he's a future England defender. That is what I am going to say. He's a future England defender that will be part of Gareth Southgate's squad in the long-term future. That is a given. So, yeah.
Well, I've seen comparisons to John Stones, which is one of them, but one interesting one was Rio Ferdinand. What do you make of that?
I think he's more. I think that is a good comparison with Rio Ferdinand than John Stones. I think we're looking at John Stones. He's not been that what he was supposed to be when he came from Barnsley and Everton. But with Ben Wright comparison to Rio Ferdinand, that makes a lot more sense because Rio Ferdinand was, like you say, at West Ham. He was potential. Went to Leeds. Who was a very refreshing squad, and he had a good career at Manchester United. Even though I hate to say it, but he had a very good career at Manchester United, and he won trophies. And I think with White, I think he's right comparison to Rio Ferdinand. Yeah, as the next Rio Ferdinand, and I think he will go places. He will do it, and he will win multiple trophies in his career.
So before I let you go, give me a wee prediction where he ends up at the start of next season.
I'll give you two ways. So I will give you the realistic, and I'll give you the dream. The dream, I think he will come to Leeds United. Realistically, I think it will be Liverpool. I think it will be Liverpool in ways, but who knows? I think those are the two options where I would say realistic move, dream move will come to stay with us on a permanent deal. But the second one, realistic, I think he will be a Liverpool player, no doubt about it. I can't see him going to other clubs like Tottenham. No, Manchester City, to be honest with you. So I think they're the two good clubs that will be good for his career.
And he's definitely a fan's favourite, and he'll definitely be missed on Elland Road for sure if he does move on.
Absolutely.
Carl, thank you so much for giving me a wee insight into Ben White, and totally appreciate it. And I'm definitely missing not doing the Sam Radio football show on a Wednesday. I
miss that as well too, man. I really do, and it was a hard decision for us to make, but it's the right one. Hopefully, we'll be back on the air soon. And I do miss my Wednesdays, just like you do as well, too. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.
You will do, mate. Take care.
Thank you.
So, very interesting views from Carl Levy, my sidekick to the football show. Obviously, a big Leeds fan. And obviously very, very impressed with what Ben White has achieved at Leeds United this season. And obviously he did win the August Player of the Month as well for Leeds. So very, very impressive indeed. So that's what we think. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Do you think this is the very, very potential signing? I think it is a very, very potential signing. So anyway, that will be that for my second potential signing. I'm glad people are enjoying the series. Going to try and get a few more. Going to try and get these out every Tuesday for sure. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. Smash a like, leave a comment, and stay safe, everyone. I know we're in unprecedented times, but stay safe, and I'll bring out some more content very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. Cheers.